Yo, what's good, everybody? Joey J. Ping here, checking in live, respectmyregion.com. Day one, Hall of Flowers Ventura 2026 edition. Man, we're at the end of the day. I got a very special guest. We've got Harry here. He's one of the partners of Errl Hill. My introduction, Harry, to Errl Hill, I was telling you at the beginning, one of my homies was like, Joey, I know you like live resin. You got to try some of the best in California. You got to try Errl Hill. So it is a full circle honor because I've been here now 7 years.
It's it, yeah.
So thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for the kind words, man.
Would not be able to be here without our sponsor. Big shout out to Cannabrand Solutions for their support. Today, though, folks, we're going to talk a little live resin and a little live rosin. Let's start with your guys' original specialty.
Okay.
Live resin. What are we rocking with today, Harry? What's the latest with Errl Hill and your guys' live resin situation?
So with our live resin, we brought some of the new drop that just came out last week. So we brought Cranberry Z, which is some genetics that came from our friend Russell up at Genetics.
Okay.
Then also the Strawberry Chocolope, which is a cross we did with our friends at DNA Genetics.
Ooh.
Yeah. Not too many people.
And these are some batters.
It's a saucy batter. You know, that one actually got a little warm. So
well, it is warm in here, folks, so for the record.
Oppressively hot. Here's the Cranberry Z.
This is the one I'm super interested in. I know Cranberry Z started as a strain in genetic the last couple of years, really started
Yeah, and it's something else. To have the bright candy note, but have it start in this like tart, literally ocean spray kind of candy or cranberry type thing is pretty amazing.
You said that ocean spray, and it smells like the air that comes out of the ocean spray when you're like smelling it. Oh, that's crazy.
I got you. That's the best part about terps is that everybody gets something different out of it. Everybody's nose is subtly different. You know?
Like you ever smelled something that smells like the bag of cereal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of
Are we talking Fruit Loops or like Frosted Flakes? You know, like
you see what I'm saying? I love it. Okay, so live resin wise, I also see a vape, a pen over here.
Yes.
So you have an all-in-one, 1 grammer. I can see it from here. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with your guys' vapes.
So, you know, every vape we had all tried, all tasted a little bit funny to us. Didn't seem right that none of them tasted exactly like having a low temp live resin.
What was the funniness to you?
It just tastes like something might be added, something might be taken away. You know, even when you take away the terps and then you reintroduce them, there's something about it. It tastes altered. You can just kind of there's something to it. I can't put a finger on it, but you know it.
There's some oddness to maybe, or some weirdness in the separation reintroduction element. Yeah. Interesting.
You know,
I have wondered and noticed the same thing. I told you my experience with live resin, having sold a lot and tried a lot over the years, and over time things change.
Yeah.
SOPs change, extraction stuff changes, material. It's not easy with all these different growers and material inputs.
And also, I mean, it's always been the golden rule of any kind of hash: gold in, gold out. You know, if your starting material is trash, your finished product's going to be trash.
They always say good in, good out, but we're shooting for great in or fire in. We're talking about top tier stuff, right? You got to have great things in there.
Yeah.
Where does your guys' inputs? Where does that kind of stuff come from Errl Hill?
So Scott has his farm that's Fire Mountain Farms, Errl Hill Farms. Everything there is 1,770-foot long trenches, about 4 feet deep, 18 feet wide, all live in soil.
Wow.
Only watered with 400,000 gallon rain catchment pond. Kind of doubles as the cooling station when everybody's hotter than hell on a good farm day.
I believe it.
We grow the weed the same way we grow our vegetables up on the farm, you know? Everything's treated with the same respect. If your food's your medicine and your cannabis is your medicine, keep it clean at all times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where I started to get lost in bits and pieces of all that slight little info there. Remind me on the region, where is this at?
Oh, it's up in Neyland, so about 2 hills in from the coast, just about 20 miles the way the crow flies.
So this is some interesting terroir situation, terrain, mountains.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
For instance, if we have an extra early fog and heavy rain year, blueberry muffin is one of those things where you can almost taste. You know, people will call it like a cinnamon note to it, and to me, it's a wet year.
Interesting.
And it's not that it's moldy. It's not that it's got PM. It's a wet year, and it's going to affect how the.
What's been the duration of your guys' cannabis career? I don't know you personally.
Right.
What has your journey been like? How did we get into cannabis? What point during all that did Errl Hill start?
Well, you know, backstory on that one, I've been growing for 30 years, you know, since 95 when I got off Grateful Dead tour. It was just always a goal. Even when I was in Santa Cruz as a kid, I always had a few plants with my friends up at our house, you know, up in the woods a little bit. Nothing major. Everybody was scared of the choppers. And then when I got, you know, off Grateful Dead tour, wanted to grow the best weed possible.
What does that mean, off of Grateful Dead tour?
It was back in the day, like, you know, Deadheads were like the Bedouin traders as far as like seeds and genetics back in the day. That's where the Chem Dog came from. You know, guys brought that from all their regions when they come to a show, and they'd sit down. You know, you had the old Paonia County bud. If you wanted a front row ticket or to go see Jerry Garcia, the one way you could get it is a quarter bag of Humboldt County grown sun grown. Yeah, and that was like a gold bar back in the day.
That's crazy to think about that. And how cool that the culture of music and cannabis colliding there in that way.
It goes hand in hand.
And then the community and like the networking element of that.
Yeah.
That's just exciting. Okay, now circling back to the product standpoint, live rosin now enters the picture a decade or so ago with that hash popularity, legalization, the West Coast, and now 30-something states are legal to some form.
Yeah.
We got international stuff. Rosin has exploded.
Yeah.
Right? It may not be the most #1 unit selling SKU for everything, but from a trending standpoint, it's putting on for all the extracts, right?
Well, yeah, you know, the reason why Encompass is such a small market of it is that every time something gets more expensive, you shake off more consumers, you know? So it's just, that's the downside of it.
With the expensive nature of some of these products comes quality and exceptional experiences, which leads us to Errl Hill Live Rosin. Talk to me about this incredible Errl Hill Live Rosin that we're working with. Some of the color for you folks to be able to see. Woo.
Some honey banana right here.
Good old, the creaminess on that is wild. And that one smells almost like, I feel like for me, when I eat a frozen banana, it gets a little sweeter. I don't know why. Because I feel like it's a popsicle maybe all of a sudden. Maybe it's a psychological thing, I don't know.
It's funny, I only like bananas when it comes to hash and weed. Can't stand them as an actual fruit.
I kind of feel you that it used to give me heartburn, but I feel like my love for honey banana in rosin form brought me back into the regular.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the old banana OG from like 2012. That was a great one too. I always love that one.
That one smells phenomenal. Okay, so how do we decide as Errl Hill, because now I'm on the team, so in this hypothetical situation, how do we decide what strains we're running for Errl Hill Live Rosin? Or does live resin and live rosin, like do we have like a plot of land here for rosin and a plot of land here for live resin? How do we do it?
You know, we kind of figure it out. It's like, you know, we get it down to the lab and how we want to, you know, what we want to put in specific things. Right now, the pens are kind of deciding where a lot of strains are going to go because that's the fastest moving product we have.
The vapes.
Really they've changed, all in one has changed the trajectory.
Yeah. Your guys' SKUs.
You know, we can bring people in, you know, the soccer moms in the suits that have been smoking distillate and things like that. All of a sudden they're smoking live resin and they're getting rocked and they're loving it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The flavor on live resin is really phenomenal when it's grown.
When it's done
the
right.
ways that you're doing it.
You know, I'm one of the few people that thinks that when live resin's done 100% correct, it's the best thing.
Come on, man, you heard it here. Errl Hill, when it's done right, it's the best. And I agree with that because I have my live resin experience.
Yeah.
To me, there's a greater variety of strains that can perform in live resin with integrity.
You got it.
And it can shine expressively versus live rosin, which is only what yields.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And then they kind of taste similar because
it all tastes like the bag. I don't know, they're great. I'm not going to kick good hash out of bed for eating crackers. I love it all.
I agree with that. Come on, man, y'all heard it here. Cannabrand Solutions on powering the episode today. Big shout out to our sponsor for Hall of Flowers. Big shout out to Errl Hill for sharing the story. Harry, my guy, thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Wish you were here, Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty, next time, man, we're going to get you on the episode. I guess all that's left is for me to take a dab, but we got to do that off camera. We'll see you guys next time. I love you guys. Peace.